and I have been doing this for maybe about 3 years in regards to, oh, down goes camera. That's what happens when you have a dog. What's going on, y'all? It's Papa Bear here, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Epic Adventures. So today I'm here to give you guys some more tips, tools, tricks, trades, things that you can use for outdoor activities, i.e. backpacking. Now, some of the stuff I actually do use day-to-day life in regards to the application of it, and once I get more in detail with it, you can probably see where I'm, applying it throughout my day-to-day life. The dog's back here barking on his rawhide bone. It is very, very loud. You enjoying yourself, Olsen? Apparently he is. But anyway, let me get to the point. Okay, so that piece of gear item that I use is what I'm wearing on my head right now. You're right. It's nylon. Alright, so what I do is I use my wife's old tights. And you can see it's like getting all messed up right there. I use her old tights and I turn them into scullies. Not only did I turn them into scullies, I turn them into some other items which I'll talk about in a minute. But for the scully aspect of it, what this does is two things. One, it protects my head from the bugs, okay? To assist me in that, I put Prometheum on this, and I let it hang by a little bit longer than most of my other clothes. And then from there, I put it on my head. Two, it keeps the sweat out of my eye, okay? Because we all know, bald head men, we don't have our hair, and as we do extremist activities, sweat starts to come into our eye, next know it's hard for us to see. And a third thing, which I actually just thought of right now, is it keeps the sun off my lovely head. Now I know some of you guys are thinking, well, you can just put a hat on. Yeah, you're absolutely right, but what if I'm someone where my hat falls because it's windy or whatnot? This right here, believe it or not, helps out, and it helps out a lot. All right, so this is the first hat for using nylon. I mainly use this one when I am outside and I'm cutting the grass, because where I live right now has a lot of mosquitoes and ticks, and the last thing I want is to be bit by mosquitoes and ticks. And ever since I've gone to this method, I haven't had too many mosquitoes and ticks hit me on my lovely head like so. Alright, so the next tip or hack that I can give you for using nylon may sound kind of weird, but just hear me out on it, okay? Just hear me out on it. Filtering water. So what I have here is a regular cup, okay? And I have a actual collapsible cup, which I'm not gonna break out right now because I have it packed away for a trip that I might have coming up with the dog. Not quite sure, but here's a representation cup. And what I do is when I come to the stream, you pour the cup in the water. That helps me scoop the water up, and from there I pour the water in my bladder, thus helping me filter the water, because I hook it up to my Solar Mini. And from there, you might have some particular particles you might not want in your water. That's happened to me before where I was actually filtering, and I had to pour out some of my water because there was particles in the water, that was coming down the stream that I could not get out. Well, here's the cool thing about nylon, okay? You can actually take it, put it on top of the cup, put it in the water, and the screen right here filters out all those big particles. Now granted, you're not gonna be able to get all the small particles. That's what the filter's there for, and that's why it's important that you back flush. I always back flush my filters when I get home. I always test them to make sure it works. And then from there, with that, I'm able to drink, some nice filter mountain cold water. And I'm telling you, man, that mountain cold water is delicious, especially when you're dehydrated. Yo, when I did the West Mountain Shelter Trail, I did come into that issue in regards to filtering the water. I didn't have this because I left it at home, and I paid for it, dearly paid for it. But I'm gonna tell you something, that water was good. I mean, that water was really good. So, simply using some old nylons, make sure you don't have any runs in it, put it over your cup, put it in the water, boom, you got filtered water. Now, I think this would be something big for the AT, I mean, not the AT, the PCT, because, water is very scarce, so you might have a puddle of water somewhere, you go there and get it, boom, there you go. And you don't have to filter out all that muck, okay? And another thing that I like to use in conjunction with this is also a bandana. And the reason why I say the bandana, because you have a 2-stage filtration system that help get some of those natural particles away from your actual water, and then from there you filter it and you're good to go. So Second hack right here, baby. Second one down. The next hack that I have is something that I do that when I'm done backpacking, you know, and I get my gear back together and I want to put it in storage mode so that way I don't lose my stuff, is I actually take the nylon, and this is actually a pair of knee highs that I bought. It cost me 63 cents, okay? And here are my clothes that I wear when I actually go backpacking. It's not all of it, just some of it, because some of my clothes I do wear day-to-day basis, but the clothes I know I'm not going to wear, like my briefs, like my leggings, like my socks, I have a set that I keep aside just purpose that, because I don't want them to get worn down and torn up. I put them up, I roll them up in a nice little bundle like this, and then I take the knee highs and I actually just slide them in, just like simply slide them in like so. I twist them, and then what I do, show what my wide angle is, but I'm gonna roll with this. I take it, see that right there? I take it and I cover up the clothes like so. And ta-da! So this keeps everything nice and organized, and then I place it in my drawer. So that way, there's no ones to worry about, oh, do I have my gear? So if I got a last minute backpack that's just coming up, half my stuff's together, I already know that this is good to go. I can throw it off to the side, finish getting the rest of my stuff packed up, and then get changed out if I need to. Now I've also done this with my rain pants. My rain pants from Coleman. They're in here right here. Yes, they do come with a bag themselves, but the bag is too big, and I want to condense it down like so. You see how much more I can condense it down, and that's why I use these again, knee highs. You know what I'm saying? These two came together. These two right here came together as a pair for 63 cents. I use this right here. Actually, I think it was 25 cents. Either way, it was dirt cheap. I use this to keep it nice and condensed. And I actually put this in my backpack. I stuff it in there, my backpack, because as you see, it can form. You see what I'm saying? See how it's real squishy and it can form to the crevices? And I can just play with it. And but what this also allows me to do is keeps it organized. So when I reach down, I know, okay, it's on this side of my backpack. I reach down, I feel it, I pull it out, I take it out, and then I put the nylon somewhere safe. And the cool thing about these two items right here is that if they ripped, I can simply go to a Walmart or go to a gasoline station, pick up some more for a real cheap price, and then keep going. I also use the same thing for my coat. This is my jacket that I wear for winter wear. Now, granted, it is the summertime, so how often will I be needing my coat? Unless I happen to fall in water, get hypothermia, and get cold. So I realistically don't need my coat. But one of the rules of thumbs that I was always taught when I first got into backpacking is you bring all your gear. You bring a base layer gear, you bring a mid-layer gear, and then you bring an outer layer gear with the shell. The mountains still can get cold, things still can happen. You wanna go out, buddy? You okay? You alright? Hey, you having fun? You hungry? I'll feed you. You don't even bark at all. You're a good little dog. Still baby, my puppy. I still keep everything with me. Can I ditch it? Yes. However, I'd rather need it and not have it, carry the extra pounds, than not have it and need it. But this also serves another purpose though. What I found out messing around with pillows is that I need something to support my neck. For some reason, when it comes to backpacking, I don't sleep the same as I do when I'm at home. I sleep a little bit different. And I don't know why, but I just do. But I'm learning to pay attention to that because like, you need that recoverable sleep. So I use this as my pillow. And all I simply do is when I sleep, I put it in the back of my neck like so, and I have that support that I need, and I'm out cold. Now that also works if I decide to sleep sideways. I put it right here, and I'm out cold. Yeah, this part of my head may be hanging in the air, but all my weight is on this right here. And you see how it forms to the side of my head? No issues. I've liked this since I've gone to this method because my coat used to be everywhere, and you know, you talk about hitting in those crevices and those cubbies, it would never work. And then every time I open up my backpack, this thing would explode out. So with this now, it doesn't explode out. It's on top of my pack, up there with the pots and the food I'm going to eat for that day. I just simply take it out, put it to the side, or I take it out and I put it in a certain location, you know, on the ground or in between my knees so I don't lose things. And then I take out what I need, I put it back in, and it doesn't take up the space. So another hack that I use this for is, I'm gonna use my hand here as a representation. Wave. is blisters, okay? We all, at some point in time, get blisters when we're on the trail. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to tell you that I have not gotten a blister thus far of me using this technique, okay? I would say my feet are pretty resilient, definitely will say that, but however, I've gotten close to getting blisters, and ever since I've used this technique, I've been blister, not getting close to blister, but blister free, okay? And it's real simple. So right here is your nylon. You can call this a sock liner for now on. Here's my actual socks that I actually wear. These are sports socks. I like these socks. Yes, they're not darn tough socks, but hey, sue me. I'm not doing like an actual through hike. When I do a through hike, I'll get there one day. So what you do, you take the actual sock, put it over your sock liner, and ta-da! When I step, my feet are now protected. Now the cool thing about this, and I've tested this out when we did the Brown Mountain Trail, and we had to go through all of those streams. When this gets wet, the nylon still finds a way to protect my feet to where I don't get blisters. Yes, it's wet. However, with the two socks, the friction isn't on, you know, I'm walking, the friction isn't happening on my feet. The friction is between the nylon and the sock, okay? And I started actually using this when I would run because I noticed that I started getting hot spots on my feet when I would run. So I actually started keeping a set of, you know, nylon like so on my feet, and I use my sports socks, and I'm actually good to go. So nylon, perfect for sock liner, and I haven't had any blisters thus far. All right, so this next hat, I actually go to Walmart and I get the, you guys can, it's pretty bright, really bright. It's the, this sucks, there you go. It's the no nonsense tights. For me, the blacker the better because it matches the rest of my leggings that I wear, which are normally black, and it's hard for you to tell if I'm wearing this or the leggings. Normally I wear both at the same time, and there's my reason why. I'll tell you in a minute. But just in case I take my shoes off, now I'm at camp, you can't tell, oh, he's wearing, you know, pantyhose or tights. To them, it looks like regular socks. Because I do bring flip-flops or sandals with me, or my little pretend to be Crocs with me when I'm backpacking, and I want my feet to air out. Okay, so I buy these right here, the no nonsense tights, and what I use these for, and they worked for me on so many levels, because in the beginning when I first got into running outside, outdoor activities, I could not afford the Under Armour leggings. You hear me? I could not afford the Under Armour's leggings. I did not have $50, $60 to spend on the Under Armour stuff. So what I would do is I would buy a pair of these, get some sweatpants from Walmart or something like that, or some running pants from a sports store. I would wear these underneath to keep my legs warm. These actually do work in regards of wicking away the moisture from the body. Believe it or not, people say they don't, but for me they do. It keeps my legs nice and warm. And then what I do is I wear my sweatpants or my running pants over it, and I go for a ball. Now some of you guys are thinking, well, with the running pants you should be warm. Not necessarily, because again, I was getting stuff that was on the less expensive end because I could not afford to get all the gear that I wanted. Because to me, I would run outside almost every day, so I need at least 4 pairs of running pants. To get 4 pairs of running pants at $50, $60 a pop, yo, that breaks you. But however, if I can get 4 pairs of running pants at $10 a pop, that is $40, $50 I'm spending if I get 5. And then these right here are $5 a pop. I get 5 of these because what I simply do is when I get home, I put them in the sink, wash them, let it air dry, and then hey, you know what I'm saying? So I spend $100 for my bottom half, less than $100 for the bottom half of my legs to stay warm while I'm working out. And it's worked well for me. Not only does it keep my legs warm, remember earlier I talked about my feet and the blisters. Yes, that worked for me as well. Another reason that I go with the tights, this is just a bundle one, the ones that I own. I own 2 pairs right now. I only buy them as I need them. So when these actually go, I'm end up going to turn them into another skull cap or use them for some of my backpacking stuff. So these right here I use, I have not had a single tick on me when I go in the wood. What solidified me doing this method is there's a product called Rhino Skin. Okay, they use the same material. I say again, the same material to create a shirt or scully. Like literally, they take this right here, what I'm doing, and they cut out eyes, and a section of the nose, and a section of the mouth. I can simply do that myself if I really wanted to, but sorry for looking like a creeper. But I'm not going to do that because I don't have the time and patience. So I'm quite content with my skull cap. But either way, I did spend the money and get that for $10 because also it was a loose form fitting thing, and I actually like how it felt, and it had it in camo as well. But they made a full head mask for $10. Okay, they made gloves for $10. They made the shirt for $22. They made the leggings for $22. They made the booties for another $15. Now let me add this up. I'm gonna round it down. 20 for the legs, 15 for the boots. We're not gonna talk about the head of the glove because I really didn't mess with the glove because I wore gloves anyway when I went hunting. How much was that? Give you a second to do your math. 20, 15. $55. Are you kidding me? I'm spending $55 where I can go down to Walmart, buy $5 worth of this, $6, or if it's on sale, $3 now. Come on now, folks, listen to me. $3. That's how much this costs, so I happen to get it on sale, that's why I got it. Okay? Compared to $55. Come on. No, I'll take that back, excuse me. Compared to $35, because I did buy the shirt. The shirt is important. I bought the shirt, okay? And because the shirt snags the same just as this. But let me tell you something. I found out that this is a lot more durable than the shirt. Would you believe that? Would you believe that? Nothing against the company. I love the company. The shirt worked. I never got any ticks. I rarely got bit by mosquitoes. Most of the time, it helped minimize the number of mosquitoes that did attack me. That's the reason why I swapped out from that and I actually wear the, what I wear now is the, my long sleeve shirts now. I permitted them up, wear long sleeve shirts. But however, it makes perfect sense not to spend $30 on something that I don't need when I can go and get it for what? Say it with me now. $5. You do the math. But anyway, excuse me, getting over cold. I've used this method. It's worked well for me. My wife made fun of me. She's always gotten ticks when she didn't use my method. She used my method. She was kind of on the hot side. She was kind of irritated, but she walked out of the woods without any ticks. We actually went on a trip with a couple friends, like a simple day hike, and they was laughing at me because I told them what I was doing. They were just like, yo, that don't work. My wife was doing what I was doing, and guess what? Who got the ticks? We went the same path, same direction. I was trailblazing. I was in front of them, doing everything. Guess who got the ticks? Give you a minute to think about it. They did. I do have one last thing I want to show you guys. So, for anyone that's trying to cut down on weight, here's my cook pot set. Okay? I guarantee you this probably weighs about maybe no more than 2 ounces. Okay? No more than 2 ounces. I guarantee that this weighs less than 2 ounces. Alright? One of the things that I used to do when I first got into backpacking and I needed a cook pot set is I would buy the grease pot. I bought a grease pot from Walmart. And I love that grease pot. I wish I did not give it away. I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt for doing that. However, I didn't have the tools to alter the grease pot as I need to fit my needs. It did take up a lot of space, but at the end of the day, I loved it because I was able to put my, what was it? I was able to put my fuel canister inside the pot. It held a lot of my stuff that I needed. So all my entire cookware, cook set, towels, things that I needed in my rags, all that was in my cook pot. And it was a simple grease pot. It cost me $6 at Walmart. It was just as light as any of the gear that was out there, and it did the job. If I was to do it again, I probably would buy me another one, and I will probably alter it in a certain manner so that way it can do the job that I needed to do if I decided to get a new pot. So, but anyway, knowing what I know now, I use the nylon to secure my grease pot. Now imagine this was a little bit taller, about that much. I will put my actual canister inside. I actually put my canister inside, and so everything that I need is in here. Everything. So what that does, it gives me more space, because right now I have this and I have this, and I have to fight to get it in or place it a certain way inside my backpack. But imagine if this is in here and now I just only have this. Yeah, it's heavy, but you gotta look at what's all in here. It's self-contained. So, like so, you can't even see it. I take it out, here's all my food stuff. Everything I need to cook is right here, my kitchen. Now, when I cook, I have to make sure I have this in tow. Okay, so this right, I love this. I love this wood fork cook pot. I'm enjoying how I have it set up. I kind of wish it was like a little more room, about that much. This thing will be perfect. So I will be keeping an eye out for another cook set pot that allows me to do what I want to do. Or I might just end up going back and getting the grease pot and making alterations once I get the tool to do what I want to do. So that way I can put everything inside. So, but as you can see, I got all I need in here. It keeps everything nice and tight, and I'm good to go. So that is the last thing I want to show you guys. Thank you so much for watching my 23-minute video, 24, 25-minute video. It is a pleasure to talk about topics like this with you guys. If at any time you have any questions regarding Olsen, you better not knock over my camera, buddy. This is like the third time you done that, okay? You hungry? You hungry, buddy? All right, I'm about to feed you. Anyway, if you have any questions about future topics you would like for me to touch on, I don't have a problem doing that. I feel that when you guys have questions for me, it helps me learn as a backpacker and as a person. Not to mention, when I do plan on hitting up the AT upon my retirement, all this stuff that I'm doing right now will only support me in the future. So help me help you, thus helping me, thus helping you, helping both of us do this and have fun. So with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in to Epic Adventure. Stop by 1 second. Buddy, I'm not gonna throw this out. You alright? You okay, buddy? Alright, I'm back, y'all. So again, thank you so much for tuning in to Epic Adventures. Please like, subscribe, share, and at the same time, leave comments. I do like to interact with you guys. I'm very happy as of right now. We have 157 subscribers. Hopefully it grows, it doesn't go down. I didn't meet my 200 goal like I wanted to by June, but that's okay, because I'll take what I get, because it's the Lord's blessing, the way He wants me to perceive it and receive it. All right, perceive it and receive it. So I'm looking to perceive how He wants me to grow, and I'm receiving the blessing that He's given me. With that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I can't wait to see you outdoors, baby. Peace.